With a few minor exceptions, Coastal Highway has been picked clean. We now pin all of our immediate hopes on Desolation Point for tools and more. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark. Hey, work boots. In our Against All Odds series, we are in the first of the fishing cabins. We pretty much circumnavigated. We went all the way around Coastal Highway in the last episode. Found a few things. Found some more jeans, which is nice, I guess. Found a bit of food. Not a lot, but a bit. What we didn't find was a bedroll. And it would have been really nice. Because now that's 2 entire zones that I've very thoroughly searched. I haven't necessarily gone to every possible location, because on the level that we're playing, it's not really advisable. Oh, out of water. Nice. Not really advisable to be quite that thorough in the name of, like, looting one zone at a time. Unless that's this, like, specific style. Oh, hey, mountaineering rope. Specific style of play that you're going for. It's more advisable to go where you need to go, wherever that may be. So, we're here now. And we don't have a freaking bedroll yet. It's fine. I'm fine. We'll be fine. But it's just a little bit restrictive of our movement. So, yeah, once again, not finding a lot in the fishing huts. It seems like the loot table rework for the fishing huts in particular was just kind of merciless with these. I can't recall finding a lot worth anything in the fishing huts since the loot tables were redone. It does seem to be brightening here. I probably don't need to lug that mountaineering rope around. Truth be told, that's 11 pounds. So let's not. Alright, I see some wolves. Unfortunately, those wolves are in the exact direction of some of the other items that I want to, or some of the other, not items, but some of the other places where we might find some items. Let's put it that way. Although, it is kind of advantageous that the wolves are out on the lake itself, on the water, or not really the lake, but the shore. I'd rather they be out there at the moment because I need to head back along the road. So let me go ahead and eat these ketchup chips. I'm pretty encumbered. I have lots of food. Don't have any water to speak of. The one thing I may be able to do now... Okay, we are going to check that fishing hut real quick because we said we would, and because I think we can afford to. I think we can get to that fishing hut without actually pissing the wolves off. Let me quickly check this boat. But then we're going to head straight back toward the Quonset. Major difference this time, of course, is that we have a rifle, so the wolves in the area of the Quonset are less of a threat. I actually found this rifle at the Quonset. Ooh, they're actually getting kind of close. I don't like that. I don't like that. Could you turn around, please? Could you go the other direction, please? I don't really want to waste any ammunition on you. I really don't. I will. Doesn't mean I want to, though. Alright, I'm just going to hope that if I stay out of line of sight, they ignore me. Cool. Alright. Let's get low to the ground just to be safe. The only thing that sucks is that while I'm doing this, they might be walking closer to me, which would really suck.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Alright. Nothing really here. That's unfortunate. Alright, I'm going to back up a bit. Perfect. Okay. So that hut, I think I actually did check that one there on my way to the island. Worst comes to worst, I can just go back and check that video to verify whether I did. But I'm not that. Let's just say I wouldn't hear the end of it for multiple seasons of Against All Odds if that was the spot where there's a freaking bedroll. Wouldn't hear the end of it for a long, long time. So there's one other location we haven't been to yet, and that's the forestry lookout. And, I mean, there is a pretty good chance that there's a bedroll up there. So there's a part of me that wants to try to make it up there. But there's also a pretty good chance we'll find a bedroll in Desolation Point and plenty more food. And we've already established that the crisscrossing paths atop Coastal Highway still manage to confound me 10 years later, which is hilarious. But it's true. I own it. It's fine. Doesn't bother me. Hello, demon. Right, there's a firearm cleaning kit on the dash. Nothing in the back seats. Check the visors. Nope. Okay. And there's one other location, aside from that I haven't checked yet. And we're coming up on it. It's the mine, which should be on the left, I think right here, as a matter of fact. It might be a little bit farther down the road. But I believe it's right here. No, it's one of the next lefts. This is the bridge. There is a prop deer there, but unfortunately because we don't have a hacksaw, can't really do a lot with that. So we're going to keep moving. Lots of sticks on the ground, lots of rocks. Okay, so the mine is right up around this corner. That is one interesting aspect of this particular code. Since we are playing... Yeah, mine's right here, I think. Either that or... No, mine's a little bit farther. This is the logging camp. I saw the stop sign and I got excited. Need to make sure there's not a wolf on either side of me. Because there could be. You know what they say about assumptions. Since we are running this code on, like, basically an increased number of auroras, that's a major aspect of this code. It's something we incorporated from the Season 0 codes. Which is interesting because the reason we did that in Season 0 is that, well, all 3 Season Zeros, is that because we were reducing the difficulty, increasing the auroras was just a way to make things a little bit more interesting. Because the difficulty was reduced. Well, now we're playing on an increased difficulty run while still increasing the auroras. So that's fun. All right, I'm going to grab these. I haven't done too much with harvesting reishi mushrooms since the run started. And this is a golden opportunity. Let's not miss it. I was thinking prior to recording this episode and the last one that one thing I'm really excited about in Season 8, this is the first time that we've started a high-level season of Against All Odds with all of the far territory completely unlocked. And I really, really like both the Zone of Contamination and the Sundered Pass. I do. I love those zones. I can't wait to go out there on this difficulty level and see what we can do with them. I think they're both outstanding additions to the game. I think they add a lot of flavor. I think they have a lot of unique aspects to them that you can't really find in any other zone, which is what you want. It's not just that it's a new zone that's different from anything else that we've experienced, but they literally have very unique buildings and aspects to their design that you really can't get anywhere else. And I love that. Hey, check that out. Box of crackers. Can't go wrong with that. I don't have all the lantern fuel in the world, unfortunately. And I also don't want to pick up too much coal, but we're going to need to start lugging coal around. So might as well go ahead and grab whatever coal I can find. I'm going to go all the way to the back of this cave if I can manage it. Because I want to see... I know that I can't do anything back here, but if there's loot, I wouldn't want to miss it on this side of things. Yeah, okay. There's a little bit more coal. Nice. Yeah, there's not usually loot all the way back here, in my experience, but... 'tis what it is. Alright, I don't want to lose well fed here. Gonna eat those crackers. I'm gonna have to drink some coffee to offset the effect that's gonna have on my thirst meter. But that's okay. Also, I have running river oats, and I really need to... I think when I get back to the Quonset, I'll probably just do some cooking prior to going to Desolation Point. That'll be the way to do this. That will be the way to do this, and I think that... Oh yeah, I really like that idea the more I think about it. But I've still got the cattails that I've grabbed, and that is... Yeah. Good enough. I might as well consume a few more of the cattails as well. So let's do that. I am holding on to the maple syrup because the idea of making pancakes makes me happy. I don't apologize for it. I think I might even have what I need to make pancakes now. I think I might have even had what I needed to make pancakes before I left the Quonset. Because I have cooking oil. I have flour. And I have syrup. I don't think there are any other ingredients. I mean, we could always check. But we're headed back to the Quonset now, and regardless of whether... Oh, no, 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 stop! Alright, we didn't consume too much of it, thankfully. That's my least favorite thing about sorting by weight, is that the Long Dark's interface doesn't always update instantly if you're repeatedly consuming things, which is why, for years, some of us have said, hey, why don't you give us the ability to, like, say, yeah, I want to eat this many of this thing. And I love telling this story, because when I made this suggestion to Raphael, his response was like, yeah, cool, okay, we'll add that when we add Doritos to the game. That might not be the exact quote, but that was absolutely the spirit of Raphael's response to me, which is just like chef's kiss. I mean,
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
even though I would prefer to be able to eat a lot of things in one go, you can't not laugh at that response. And I see his point. It's like, it's a survival game. Every single decision about what you do, what you eat, what you consume matters a lot. And you should, like, it's not about bulk actions. It's not about doing things all at once. It's about being very intentional about each specific thing that you do, even when you're doing things repetitively. That was the essence of the response that I got back from him, you know, and I respect that. So we're not going to have the ability to eat multiple things, and so sometimes, if you're chowing down on cattails, like I just was, you'll start eating, whether it's drinking the syrup that you're trying to save for pancakes, whether it's eating an MRE that you're saving for a rainy day, snowy day, whatever, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. I kind of want to go out to that fishing hut, I'm not going to lie. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Jeez. Hi. I would prefer not to have to deal with you right now. Could you not? Could you not, please? Thank you. Where'd you go? Man, he's up on that slope. I was not expecting that at all. Where did you go? You were right up there. This game is messing with me. It's a ghost wolf. Okay. Now remember, we did actually get a hint of a memento cache in this direction as well. So there's more than one reason to be heading back to the Quonset, which by the way is right there. So we're not even that far anymore. And we have the rifle. So we have the ability to defend ourselves, which is great. I don't have a ton of energy left, but I've got enough to get where I need to go. Okay, so this fishing hut might have some worthwhile things. Haven't been here. I think if it was going to have a bedroll, it would actually be sitting out, not on a shelf. It would just be kind of in a corner or on the floor. So the fact that we don't see one as soon as we come in, that's kind of all the indication we need. I'm going to check that one too, since I'm so close. There is a wolf out to my right, and the Quonset is over there on the left. We might take down our first wolf with the rifle in this episode in just the next few minutes. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to conserve as much ammo as I can. It's interesting how the game being so big now is affecting the way that I decide, like, do I want to take on this bear? Do I want to take on this wolf? Because in some ways, it's like, yeah, I want to have a good long series. Against All Odds runs tend to go pretty long. And the channel audience enjoys that. But at the same time, there's also, it's not just about the length or the number of episodes or how long, like how many hours go into the playthrough. It's about, like, how much of the world there is to explore and what are the resources you're going to, like, what are you going to need? What do you need in order to get to these various locations? Oh, hey, look, a rifle cartridge. Safely, and to get there well-fed, and to get there with all of the gear that you need to fully take advantage of exploring each location. What do you need? Alright, I've checked that one. I know I have. And I know I've checked that one. So maybe that one could be the last one that I haven't checked. Alright, I've been in that house. That's the one that we started the previous episode in. Interestingly enough, we haven't had any interactions with the trader yet. But anyway, yeah, like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, man, I don't want to fire this rifle yet. Because right now I only have 10 rounds, and I've got so much of the world left to explore. If it was just Mystery Lake and Coastal Highway, I probably would have shot at that bear last episode, or I would have shot at one of those wolves. But there's just a feeling of, this is such a bigger world. The feeling of immersion that we've always loved about the Quiet Apocalypse has just gotten so much more intense than it used to be. I love it, but it's so interesting, you know, how much more conservatively I tend to play. And I wonder how many of you feel the same. I wonder if anyone feels differently. Like, does anyone feel like they... Hang on, is that the cache? Or is that a... No, that's what I thought it was. That's a cairn. So let's check it out. Backer 3098. Slacking. Slacking. Slacking off. Okay. Alright, so there's a wolf over there. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to try and make it down to the Quonset without annoying that wolf. I might attract its attention. But I think I can make it to the Quonset. There's one other car I haven't checked as well. There is a, you know, a non-zero chance that the bedroll I'm looking for could be in a vehicle somewhere in this zone. So, you know, I'm really making sure I've checked all the cars before I head towards Desolation Point, if I can, without going too far out of my way, is absolutely something I'm going to keep in mind. What I'm going to do, this is taking a bit of the wide route, and it might not be the most timely way to do this, but I'm going to go all the way out to the road, just following the path here, and then aim back towards the Quonset and kind of see where the wolves are. I'm also making sure there's not a wolf out here to the right. Okay, we're good. Oh, there's the bear. Hey, buddy. Alright, so I've been in that first car. Alright, so I don't know if you just heard that, but that was the sound of one of the area wolves running toward me, probably running away from the bear. So that's, yep, right there. Suboptimal timing, but it's okay. Again, we're going to try not to use ammo unnecessarily because I don't have tools. I would be able, while the kill was fresh, to do stuff with the meat, but it wouldn't necessarily be safe. Alright, that's the car that I'm thinking of. Ooh, hey, look. Hold on. Let's grab that. It's not a large amount of calories, but it's also... The thing about burdock roots is that they're like... You can think of them as super cattails, in a way. Are you kidding me? Alright, well, first time for everything, huh? Alright, the other wolf. Is somewhere over there. I don't think I've checked this car, but I guess I have checked it. Really? Really? I do not remember. I beg to differ, sir. I have no memory of this place. Okay. Maybe it's one of the cars in the area of the Quonset that I haven't checked. I'm nervous about where that other wolf is. I know it's here somewhere. Maybe I didn't check the truck. No, I definitely did. Okay. Damn it. All right. All right. Back into the Quonset we go. And this is actually a
Wonder if I can drop any of this
awesome moment. First of all, we have these maple saplings that are now 33% cured, which is great. We have this old mill flour and cooking oil, which I will grab all of that momentarily. Now, let me refresh my memory on what I left behind. I've got a bunch of firewood, which I'm going to go ahead and pull this for now. Let's put the stump remover away. I guess it's time for some quick inventory management. Oh, I grabbed those work boots and never put them on. I'm going to go ahead... Yeah, I'll just leave that stuff in my inventory because I'm going to deal with that in a second while I am cooking. I will also have the opportunity to get some reading done, I think, while I'm cooking, so this will be nice. A little bit of downtime here. Let's get a fire going. So many matches. Don't need to use accelerant. 80% start chance I will take. 4 times out of 5. Let's go. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
It is a good one. All right, so I'm just going to start with that.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Now, one thing I'm realizing is I actually don't think I have a skillet, so I can't... That's why, okay. Yeah, that's why I didn't think about pancakes last time I was here. So I don't have a skillet. Hard to make pancakes without a skillet. I can still double check to make sure I didn't overlook one last time I came through here, but I really don't think I did. I really don't think I did. Okay. Now, I don't have any water at the moment to speak of, so until I have that, I won't be able to do the main thing that I'm here to do, which is cook lots and lots of oatmeal for my trip to Desolation Point. So let's go ahead. Anything else I can cook, though? I can cook the potato. And I could go ahead and read 1 hour of something.
Man, I could use a drink.
Okay. Grab that water just in time. Eat the potato. And now what we'll do is, I guess because we do need a lot of water, we'll do a little bit more. Let's read another hour of this book. Okay. Oh, just kidding. Can't read when we're thirsty. Momentarily forgot about that. All right, so now I'm not going to go for that. Let's see. I think I got a decent amount into that hour too. That's a shame, because I'm going to have to redo that basically. Let's go ahead and add cedar and fir. They did finally fix, it seems like, the interface for adding stuff to the fire. It was broken for a while. It doesn't seem to be broken anymore, which I really, really am happy to see. Just one of those things that's always worked, that for several patches over the course of Tales from the Far Territory, like, didn't work, and it's just basic interface, user experience stuff. Okay, now we could also make some coffee, which would not be the worst thing in the world. Would also give me some cooking skill. Let's go ahead and make some tea, because we haven't yet. Am I really out of water again? Are you serious? That's ridiculous. Okay, well, in that case... Alright, so we still are perfectly good on food. This is going to do really well, actually. Alright, let's go ahead and make some more tea. Grab that potable water, and now we're going to start making all the porridge. Alright, let's go ahead and eat that. There's no need to bring a bunch of it with me. I just want to keep my calories as topped off as I can. This, of course, will also be really good for my cooking skill. We want to jack that stat up as high as we can get it. Let me go ahead and add some reclaimed wood to this fire. And you know what? I'll add some coal as well, just because that's heavy to carry around, and we're going to find plenty more. I'm not super worried about saving that coal. I'm going to go ahead and drink one of these teas, because the benefit that you gain from that is not actually expended, you didn't know this, until we sleep. Alright, let's eat this porridge. Do a little bit more. We're getting cooking skill for literally everything we're doing right now, which is great. I'm not going to have a ton of water if I keep this up, though, so I do want to keep making more water. Alright, let's do another porridge, and while we're making porridge repeatedly in the pot, we'll just make sure that we have some water getting cooked up in that particular open can. Alright, still got 3 hours. Alright, we can make more porridge. We have plenty. I think we found at least one, possibly 2 containers of oats, so we're going to be able to make lots of porridge here. But I guess I could look at the amount in a second. Oh, no, don't discard. Still want to cook it. Let's go ahead and make a little bit more water. How much am I looking at the moment? Yeah, see, I don't even have that much. And also, I need to go ahead and drop the stuff back on the ground, because I'm not going to be doing anything with it.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
For now, let's just put it back up here on the desk. This will definitely provide all we need to get all the way to Desolation Point. potable water. We'll drink a little bit of that just to make sure that that is topped off. For those of you wondering why I didn't do anything with the wolf carcass, reason's simple. There was a bear in the area and another wolf in the area, and I wasn't sure exactly where it was, so I didn't want to grab that, like any guts or any meat off that right at this exact moment, just because attracting attention while I'm this close to a place where I knew I'd be able to cook a ton of food safely indoors seemed a little bit silly. So once we have tools, we'll be more well equipped to actually take advantage of kills like that in the moment. And of course, wolf meat as well is kind of risky to eat for the time being. So that's worth noting too. Alright, so we can still make porridge, but we need more water. I'm going to go ahead and do a full ordering of it there. We'll drink that and have a little bit more, and we'll keep making some. Alright, 19 minutes till melted. Let's add a little bit more fuel here. Tell you what, we'll get rid of the fir firewood. Non-potable. Alright, let's boil that. Okay, that is almost melted. We'll drink that. And now we should have a good amount even before picking up this. Yeah, we've got more than half a gallon, and in 28 minutes we've got another half gallon that's going to be done. So that's going to be plenty of water to finish what we need to do here. Don't have a ton of time left on the fire, so I don't love that.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I actually have used the last of my oats, which I hadn't realized I'd gotten that far, but that's okay, because now what I can do is I can make, with that remaining coffee, with that remaining water, I can make some coffee. And every single one of these will provide cooking skill. So I'm just going to go for the rest of this fire. Every single one. I wish I had a thermos. I don't. Haven't found one yet. Alright, 20 minutes. Let's do a couple more teas, just for good measure. Perfect. Alright, we're going to pick those up. 5 minutes left on the fire. Honestly, perfect timing. Couldn't have asked for better. What I'm going to do here is sleep for about 10 hours. Now let's make sure... Yeah, you know what? Let me drink a little bit of water before I do. We are really weighed down by all the stuff we're carrying, but that's pretty normal for the first trip to Desolation Point. But we will have consumed a good amount of our rations by the time we get to
walk with this much gear.
Desolation Point. So now we're going to sleep. We will be leaving for Desolation Point with full health. And I do want to try and get a little bit farther down the road before we wrap up this episode. So it is midday. That's one of the beautiful things about the way that we timed that. Let's go ahead and put this back. Well, not quite where it was. This is the opposite side of where it was. But we will take it. And there's that. Okay. Now, here's what's wild. God, the condition on this porridge is already down to like 60-something. Doesn't exactly keep for long. Alright, I can consume that. Again, we're going to go through most of these rations before we arrive. We're already down to just 5 cattails too, which is absolutely bonkers. I will go ahead and consume some of this herbal tea. The main reason for going through all that, kind of as I already pointed out, but just to be very, very clear, in addition to the fuel that I've been mentioning, the fact that this is going to help us get where we need to go, the main reason for going through all that is that it's going to help us get to... Hang on. What's in... Yeah, antiseptic. It's going to help us get... not only to Desolation Point, but also helps us get to the next level of cooking skill.
The pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Right, I don't think I've actually checked this vehicle. This is the one I haven't checked. Could you imagine if there was a bedroll just like sitting right here next to Quonset? I would lose my mind laughing. I'm not even kidding. Like that's just funny. Alright, we've already been in this vehicle. Have I checked the trunk though? Because last time I was out here, I love that it's foggy. Yeah, haven't checked the trunk. I will absolutely take cover of fog to get out of this zone. 100%. Alright, let's go. Tell you what, Legion, you get 2 somewhat longer episodes than usual in a row from me here. Because I want to try and make it to the basement. That's what I want to try to do. The basement in the transition zone. So we still have... I know I mentioned I wanted to try and get up to the tower. I really do, but at the same time, I have so little faith in my own, like, knowledge of the upper layers of the zone. I mean, honestly, if I probably sat and thought about it for 5 seconds, I'd remember, like, where I need to go. And I know there's a couple of climbing ropes that you can take that go straight up to it, and I saw at least 2 climbing ropes. I think it's the one behind the camping spot, but I think that's a double rope climb too. So I don't have enough faith that I know exactly how to get to that particular tower. I'd rather just keep moving than waste time like looking around for that, because we'll eventually get back up there anyway, and I think there's a really good chance we'll find a bedroll in Desolation Point regardless. And we don't need a bedroll in Desolation Point. In some ways it makes it a little bit more interesting that we're going without one. So the fog does make visibility and situational awareness a little bit more of a problem. I'll have to be very careful about that. Let me stay on this far side of the road, although that means nothing, because we definitely saw a wolf that was on a slope similar to this one. So I'm not necessarily safe by hugging this slope the way that I've typically been in the past. Alright, I think I just heard some hooves out on the ice to the right, so maybe that means... Alright, so there's a wolf somewhere in that direction, but I'm pretty sure the one I just heard is a wolf that I've already encountered or seen. The best thing about the fact that we're in this fog at the moment is that it's warm. Okay, so here's a real moment of truth. Actually, yeah, this isn't the, we're not at those houses yet. We have to go a little bit farther down the highway first. It'll be interesting to see if there are any bears or wolves in that little outcropping. Basically, it's not quite a cul-de-sac, but it's just a little minor kind of side pathway where, especially if you're playing on lower difficulty, you find some additional houses to search in Coastal Highway. On this loot setting, they are very rarely standing. I'm not confident we're going to find them, but they're just up here on the right. And it's one of the areas where I'm curious to see if they've added a new path for an animal. I actually don't have sprinting capability because of how much I'm carrying. That's a bit of a problem. little bit surprising, too. I guess because I still have some wood on me. Oh, I still never put those freaking shoes on. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, we'll deal with that when we get to the... All right, here we go. Yeah, there's the sign. We'll deal with that when we get to the basement in a moment. Well, now we're even warmer. That's part of the reason I'm way down, though, is that I have those extra shoes. Oops. I'll deal with that momentarily. All right, there's a bunny. That's a good sign in terms of hostile wildlife. All right. So I do, as I was saying, I kind of doubt that these houses will be standing. Hi, bunny. Multiple bunnies. Yep, they're not standing. God, that bunny has some heavy footsteps, okay? I'm just sitting here like, what is this I'm hearing? It's the bunny. Just hippity-hopping along the snow. Not a care in the world. Okay. So we're back out on the road, and we've got a little bit more traversal here. Importantly, there's one more vehicle to check. I hear lots of carrion crows. So there's probably some deer carcasses. Also, it seems like the fog might be about to clear. Getting some change to the atmospheric lighting. Yep. It's clearing up. Beautiful. Nice. Couple of demons out there on the ice. There's the crop carcass around which the carrion crows are circling. Oh, there's a buck as well. Nice. Nothing in the back seat. Nothing in the front seat. And nothing in the glove box. Okay. We are almost home free. You know what? No. No. We're close enough. I was going to break down those shoes, but I'm confident that if I need to take on wolves, I can just shoot them in the face. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm actually super curious. Because the wolves in this zone have always been particularly dodgy.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
And what I mean by that is this zone, it's not the wolves' fault necessarily, but it has a lot of blind corners, and you have to kind of wind your way through here. Thankfully, there are never any wolves in here, unless they change that in this immediate area here, which they might have changed it. You never know. They tend not to put wolves in areas where there are, like, a lot of pathing difficulties, which is why there's not a wolf in Carter Hydro Dam anymore. Fluffy has been relocated, and has been relocated for quite a long time. Alright, so that's going to add to my encumbrance, but it's worth it. But yeah, starting now, there's all of these... So there can be wolves up over this ridge to my right. There can be wolves back behind that curve. There can be wolves on the other side of that rock outcropping there. There can be wolves right here. Yep, there's one. So we'll probably have to take a shot here. At least one. I just want to be as careful as I can be about where the other one might be, because there's always at least one in this area, and I'm going to guess that there's another one aside from the one that I've already seen, which is somewhat out of sight at the moment. That's troubling. Where did it go? Where did it
Not gonna
go?
be able to carry
Oh,
this load
yeah, there is another one.
longer.
There's another one, like, right between where I am and where I need to go. I don't know if you saw it. If you were eagle-eyed, you would have seen it right over there. I would have raised my rifle at it, but I was busy. Yep, there's the other one. Ah, that grass. Not a hit. That's unfortunate. Ooh, pop-in fog there. Okay, let me get back down low to the ground. That's an unfortunate miss. I was really hoping to drop that wolf right here and now. So there's another wolf somewhere on the left. Well, who knows where it is, because I just ran both of them off with that rifle shot. But there were two wolves pretty much right here. Inside all of us, there are two wolves. A light wolf and a dark wolf. And the one that wins is the one you feed. I'm just kidding. They're both dark wolves. And where the heck are they? Oh my god, how dare you. Where are you, man? The only reason I'm not walking upright is that because there are two wolves that just got scared off by my one shot, I don't want to stand up and have two wolves aggroed on me in closed quarters like this. That just seems like a bad idea. That seems like a bad time. So let me not do that, you know? I should be able to stand up soon, though, because even if I'm in danger of aggroing one wolf, now that I'm this far back, I'm actually pretty close to the basement. I'm so expecting to be jump scared, though. Okay, so one of them is directly in front of me, somewhere. We're just going to use this slope for all it's worth. Alright, just give me eyes on one wolf game. Just one. Right, there's one. Perfect. Right there. I'm not going to take a shot. Where's the other one? Alright, so the basement is right there. Oh, so is the wolf. Got him. Right next to the basement door. You cannot ask for better kill placement. Oh my. That is fantastic. I mean, we'll deal with it next episode, but alright. I'm comfortable getting up now. That's fantastic. We're going to deal with it, like I said, at the beginning of the next one. But let me first, just for the sake of checking, let's go down here and see. Here's another pry bar. That's not too useful. Anything in the washer dryer? Hey, ragged thin wool sweater. That's not terrible. All right, we've got to deal with those shoes, and I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it. I want to finish searching here first. There is some spray paint, which I'm going to just rudely and blatantly ignore. All right, so we have some leather gloves, which might be worth, once we repair them, we might consider replacing our crappy improvised gloves. Not that leather gloves are much better. Bare knuckle leather gloves, but okay. Let's go ahead and harvest these. First of all, quick check. Yep, we're good. Should have done this a while ago. Alright, we've just hit the 50-minute mark. That's more than long enough for our episode today. Let's leave the basement. But you know what? I forgot. You know what I can do to save the game now is just turn this on and then turn it back off. On. Off. It's glorious. Still no bedroll, but we're making our way towards a zone where we may very well find one. So we just have to keep moving. That's the downside of this.
Too heavy to carry.
Because it's one of the reasons I wanted a bedroll. You have to make this trip quite intentionally and quickly if you want to do it without, you know, the ability to sleep here at this halfway point. Well, it's kind of a halfway point mostly, but anyway, we're almost there. We'll be there in no time. Fingers crossed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For early episodes, channel emotes, and member badges, look for the join button. Words. New episodes will be arriving at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time every other day, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.